Have you ever felt that strange sensation in the air that something very important is about to happen, but you don't know exactly what? As if the universe were sending you silent signals, preparing your heart for a revelation? Today, this intuition has a reason. Your angels have asked for this message to reach you because the moment that's approaching could completely change the course of your story with someone very special. This person you can't get out of your heart is about to confess everything. And what they have been holding inside for so long will leave you in shock. On the outside, they may seem calm, indifferent, even distant. But on the inside, there's a storm. A whirlwind of emotions they have tried to hide from everyone, including themselves. The angels show that even when this person pulled away or pretended nothing was happening, they were thinking about you. In silence. In secret. In prayer. Yes. They prayed for you. They asked God what all these feelings meant. They tried to understand why, out of so many people in the world, it was you that their heart chose, even when the timing wasn't right, even when fear screamed the loudest. And now, they can't keep this to themselves any longer. This confession that's coming won't be just any conversation. It will be a heartfelt release. An apology. A plea for a second chance. They will tell you things they never had the courage to say. Things you might have suspected but weren't sure about. Things that will move you, and perhaps even throw you off balance. But before they tell you exactly what's behind this revelation, the angels want you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. And connect with what you feel for this person. Do you still feel love? Would you still make space in your life for them if there were truth, humility, and transformation? Because this is what she brings with her: truth, humility, and transformation. For a long time, this person tried to ignore what she felt. She thought it was just a passing enchantment, that she could move on. But she couldn't. She tried to forget you, tried to get involved with other people, tried to convince herself that you were just another page in the book of her life. But the more she tried to erase your presence, the stronger you became within her. You became a constant memory, a silent presence on lonely nights, a recurring thought in every prayer before falling asleep. And even when she doubted her own ability to love, even when she thought she was too broken, it was you who reignited the hope in her heart. And now, the angels are showing that it's time for this person to face herself. It's time to stop running. To stop lying. To finally tell the truth, to you and to herself. She is about to tell you everything. But the angels give a warning. This confession may come in an unexpected way. It might be a phone call late at night. A message that appears out of nowhere. An accidental meeting that was perfectly orchestrated by the divine. So be attentive. Because the universe is delicately and purposefully weaving the threads of this connection. This person may not use the perfect words, but what she feels is real. And the angels assure you, you will feel it when you hear what she has to say. You will notice it in the subtext, in the hesitation of her voice, in the intensity of her gaze, that love still resides there. And it always has. This is the first of many truths that will emerge. But before we continue, I invite you to do something special. Write in the comments, even if only mentally, I am ready to hear the truth, with love and courage. Because what comes next will touch your soul in a way you may have never felt before. Now that you've opened your heart to this truth that is about to emerge, the angels ask you to prepare to understand why this confession is happening now, and not before. There's a deep spiritual reason that delayed this revelation. It wasn't a lack of love. It wasn't indifference. It was fear. Fear disguised as pride. It was insecurity speaking louder. It was a wounded soul trying to protect itself from the pain it has known before. This person carries scars you might not even imagine. And for a long time, they believed that opening their heart meant putting themselves at risk again. That giving in to you would be like taking a leap into the dark, not knowing if there would be someone to catch them on the way down. So they built walls. High walls, full of rational excuses. Walls of silence, distance, of supposed logical reasons for not trying again. But do you know what the angels show? That with every stone they stacked to protect themselves, there was a hidden tear, an unresolved fear, and deep down, an immense desire for you to be the exception. And you were. Because even when they tried to pretend to forget you, the universe conspired to remind them. It was your name that came up. It was your song that played. It was your photo they stumbled upon by chance. It was your voice that echoed in their mind when everything fell silent. And there came a moment when resisting stopped being protection and became suffering. Now, they understand that they can no longer run from themselves. And that's why the confession is coming. Because they need to free themselves. Need to clear what's been caught between you two. And above all, they need a chance to try again, this time with honesty. But the angels ask something important of you now, empathy. This confession may come out in a confusing way. They might stumble over their words, hesitate, perhaps even contradict themselves. Not because they don't know what they feel, but because they fear they won't know if they will be welcomed by you. She's going to talk about regrets, about poorly made decisions, about words that should have never been said, and about others that she regrets not saying. She will share moments when she thought about reaching out to you but didn't have the courage. About times she wrote messages and deleted them. About how she felt when she realized you were moving on, while she was left behind. And perhaps the hardest thing for her to admit is, I was wrong. But that phrase will come. And it will come with such heavy weight that you will feel something within her has truly changed. The angels say this is a rare opportunity. Two souls that recognized each other, parted ways down twisted paths, but still have something sacred to live, if they choose to walk together again. So, don't close yourself off. If you still feel love, don't suppress it. If there's still room for forgiveness, allow it. You're not being called to forget what's happened, but you're being invited to transform the pain into a new beginning. Remember, true love is not made of perfection, but of reconciliation. And the angels whisper that this story is not over yet. If you have the courage to hear this confession with an open heart, it could mark the beginning of something completely new between you. Something more mature, more sincere, more real. But for that, you need to remember what brought you here, your intuition, your faith, and that feeling that you still had something to live for together. And yes, you did. But what exactly is this person going to confess? What has she been holding on to for so long that could unlock everything? In the next part, the angels will reveal this in detail, including what she dreams of telling you, but doesn't know how. Are you ready for this? Then write in the comments, even if just in your thoughts, I choose to listen with my heart. Because what's about to be revealed is the missing piece of the story. Now that you've prepared yourself to listen with your heart, the angels are showing me that the moment of revelation has arrived. This person you feel so deeply for, think about so often, and dream about, is carrying a secret within them. A feeling that they've tried to suffocate, hide, deny, but it has grown. And now it overflows. The truth is that they have never forgotten you. Even when they seemed distant. Even when they chose a different path. Even when they pretended you were in the past. Deep down, you have always been their home. And do you know what else the angels are clearly showing? This person will confess to you that they tried to move on, but they couldn't find peace with anyone else. Because in you, they saw something they never found in anyone else: acceptance, light, truth. They will tell you that behind every silence, there was a muffled cry. That in every distance, there was a cry for help they didn't know how to express. They will say that the feelings for you were so strong, so overwhelming, that they simply didn't feel capable of living that love at the time. But now, they want to try. They want to start over. They want to build something with you based on sincerity, no longer on doubt. In mature love, no longer out of fear. They might tell you phrases like, "You've always been different." I was self-sabotaging because I thought I didn't deserve you. I needed to lose myself to understand the value you hold. I see you in everything, even when I close my eyes. And perhaps the strongest of all, I love you, and I never stopped loving you. This declaration may not come in the romantic way you imagined. It might come through a gesture, an apology, a look that says more than 1,000 words. But it will come. Because this person is being spiritually touched. The angels are working in their heart. They are opening their eyes, healing their wounds, calming their fears. They are showing that true love is not a threat, it is healing. But along with the confession, a request will also come. She can ask to talk, to get close again, to have a second chance, or even to start slowly, rebuilding the bridge between the two of you. And in this moment, the angels want you to be prepared, because you will have the power of choice. You can listen, embrace, and say yes. Or you might decide that the cycle has closed, with love and gratitude. But whatever your answer may be, this confession will bring healing. It will free you from doubts that have been eating away at you inside. It will show you that you never realized how much this person thought about you. She will talk about dreams in which you appeared, about songs that reminded her of you, about moments when she wanted to call you but didn't have the courage, and perhaps even about spiritual advice she received, which led her straight to you. Yes, this confession may involve something divine. She might say, God made me see you again. I felt your energy calling me. I dreamed about you several times before gathering the courage. And the angels confirm, you are the answer to an old prayer of this person. She will no longer deny. She will no longer run away. What she feels is greater than pride, greater than fear, greater than the circumstances. And even if the world says no, even if the external conditions are tough, she will fight. Because now she knows, you were the gift that life gave her, and that she almost lost. But the angels have one more revelation. Something you need to know before deciding what to do with this confession. In the next part, we will talk about what the future holds for this connection, and what might happen if you choose to follow this path together. It is a strong vision, deep, and it will show you the transformative power of love when it is guided by the divine. Now, if you are ready for this final revelation, write in the comments, or in your heart, if it is the divine will, may this love flourish with truth. Because what comes next is the vision your angels have been waiting for the right moment to show you. If you've made it this far, it's because your heart is open. Open to feel, understand, and choose. And that's precisely what the angels want to talk to you about now, the power of choice. After this confession, which, yes, will be intense and unexpected, the fate of this connection will be in your hands. But, above all, in the hands of the divine. The angels reveal that from the moment this truth is placed before you, a new timeline opens up. And this timeline is built by two wills, yours and that person's. If there's reciprocity, if there's a willingness to heal what was wounded, to look into each other's eyes with honesty and say, I'm here truly, then something beautiful can begin to blossom. A new cycle, with more maturity, with more lightness, with more truth. But the angels also prepare you. This reconnection won't be perfect. It won't come with guarantees or easy promises. It will come with the beauty of choosing each other even while knowing the flaws. With the courage to move forward despite the past. And there lies the secret. The love that is born from truth is the only kind that can last. And if this person presents themselves with sincerity, humility, and regret, the angels say that this is a gift. Because not everyone has the courage to return, to face their own pride, to ask for forgiveness, to expose themselves. And when someone does that, it's because the feeling is greater than the ego. Your angels want you to know, this person has been deeply touched by something they can't explain rationally. They felt you in dreams. They heard you in songs. They saw you in the little things of everyday life. They missed you in moments when they didn't even know what they were feeling anymore. And now, they want to rebuild. Step by step. With calm. With presence. And maybe you think, but what if it doesn't work out again? What if it's just another disappointment? What if I get hurt? These questions are valid. They are human. But the angels are whispering something important right now. What if it's different? What if this time it's real? You are not being called to leap into the unknown. You are being guided to look clearly, to listen wisely, to decide with your heart aligned to your intuition. And your intuition, my dear, already knows the answer. Perhaps this confession will come with tears. Maybe it arrives with a tight embrace, trembling hands, and a faltering voice. But it will come with soul, with intensity, with a desire to mend. And if your heart feels that there is still love, that there is still a path, that it's still worth it, then give it a chance. Not out of neediness, but out of awareness. Because this love, if nurtured with presence and truth, can bloom like never before, can become a safe haven, can heal old wounds, can be all that you could not be the first time around. The angels show me that this reconnection, if embraced, will bring a new light to your life. You will feel seen, heard, valued. And he, or she, will too. Because love, when guided by light, transforms everything it touches. But if, for any reason, you feel that the time has passed, that the cycle has closed, that you have learned what you needed from this connection, then let this confession come as healing, as liberation, as an I love you that doesn't require a response. It merely frees what was trapped. And whatever your path may be from here, know you are deeply loved, protected, guided. The angels are by your side at every step. And this story, with all its weight and beauty, was written with purpose. Now write in the comments, even if silently, I receive this truth with love and allow the light to guide me. Because what comes next after this confession could be a new beginning, or a peaceful closure. But in any case, it will be the start of a new version of you. Lighter, stronger, more true. And the angels are already celebrating this.